Okay, I will keep on asking you that screen is visible or not. My voice is audible, so please keep on telling me, otherwise there will be a problem. And please be safe, don't go out. Still the pandemic is there. Coronavirus is still spreading, specifically in this winter season. If schools have not reopened, there is some reason, because government did not want to take any chances with you children. So my dear children, festivity is over now. There is no festival season. You are in 10th board. Definitely things will be okay next year, and you are going to have your 10th board examination, offline examination. So please prepare for that and be safe. Okay, wear mask all the time, keep on sanitizing yourself. These are the basic things which I will keep on reminding you. Okay, so let's get back to work. We started this chapter yesterday, the hack driver, and you know what happened, what was happening. So many queries and questions were there, that why is the lawyer sent to New Million? We all know what does he first think about the place, and who befriends him, where does he take time. So I will just give you a small briefing so that you may be able to recapitulate your previous chapter. Now, I also told you one general knowledge question, that Harry Sinclair Lewis, who was an American novelist and short story writer, he was the first American writer to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. So remember this also. Now, as you all remember how the story started, okay, that basically it started with one thing, that the narrator gives his introduction, that after completing his graduation from honors, he got selected for a job of junior assistant clerk in a very famous law firm. So basically, he thought that he will get a very nice job, and he has to prepare legal papers. But unfortunately, instead of preparing legal papers like a lawyer, he had to deliver the court orders, that summons, court orders, summon means to call basically, to various people whom he had referred to as his victims. And you know, it was so pathetic job. He said, because many of the cases he actually faced a very awkward situation. Sometimes even he was beaten up, you know, because the people are like that only. Obviously they are illegal people, illegitimate work they are doing. So if he was going to serve them summons in person, they were sometimes even hitting him. Okay, so he was physically abused also. Now one day what happened, something good happened, that one day he got an opportunity that he has to serve someone, he has to go to a small place, in a way you can say countryside. He has always dreamt, that he always has compared that, if a city life is sorry, a country life means village life is far far more better than the city life. That experience, not experience he was having basically, but that assumption, that idea he was always carrying in his mind. So he says he rejoiced one day when he was asked to go to a country in a small place, a town called New Million, to serve summons to a man whose name was Oliver Lutkins. So he was very happy. And he is simply saying that we needed this man as a witness in a law case. Why he was happy? That is the question which I asked you, because he was going to a place which he has always felt better than city. When I got to New Million, he was happy because he thought that this is a sweet and simple country, but he was severely disappointed. Why he was severely disappointed? Because when he reached there, his excitement about visiting a village was washed off. Why? Because the village was not as per his expectations. It was not as he had expected. Basically, he thought that it is going to be a nice thing, nice place, nice scenery, but it was something very different. The streets were in a bad condition because they were full of mud. The shops were also very dull, very bad. Everything he saw was full of dullness, making him sad. Basically, the entire scene, the entire place was giving him a negative vibes, not good. It was in a very bad condition. But then he saw and glimmer of animation, like you can say a hope, silver lining in a dark cloud. What did he find there? He saw a delivery man, man who was there to deliver something, who was almost approximate 40 years old and was very cheerful. And Hugh felt at once that he liked people. He is saying, he's quoting this line, that when he saw him, he found that this man is, even though his working clothes are dirty, well worn, but he has a friendly manner. And very quickly, it is very bad. It has been advisable not to come to the judgment. Okay, so take time, observe people, but he didn't do that. What did he do? He almost, he fell for that man, because very soon he came to this conclusion that he liked people, that person, who the delivery man. Anyway, the conversation started. I told him to find a man named Oliver Lutkins. And very Lutkins, simply he said that I have come here for a purpose. He didn't tell him about the purpose, but he simply said that I'm looking for a man whose name is Lutkins. Lutkins, I saw him around here just about an hour ago. Hard fellow to catch, though, always up to something or another. He's probably trying to start up a poker game in the back of Fritz's shop. I will tell you, boy, is there any hurry about locating Lutkins? So he simply says, okay, you are looking for that man. And so when the narrator went to this cheerful delivery man and he asked him that he was looking for a man named Oliver Lutkins, he was for a moment, as if he was looking, he was recalling, he was searching. So he repeated his name. But thereafter, he told him that, yeah, he saw him an hour ago. He also told him that it was not easy to find him because he was always up to something. So, one thing was clear, that Oliver Lutkins is not a very fine and a clear man. Okay, there is something very, fishy about him, his character, his personality. That delivery man also told him that Lutkins could be found at Fritz's shop, where he's going to play a poker game, which is a card game. Anyway, he was a little curious. That are you in a hurry? Inquired him about the urgency of finding Lutkins. Then he says yes, because he simply said, yeah, he has to go and catch a train. That he was in hurry because he was to go back to the city by afternoon train. Then delivery man, he said, okay, I will take you wherever I can take you. He had a horse cart, that hack driver, which I told you. This is the entire title. The entire story is going to revolve. Now, one thing is clear, that he is going to be the central character of the story, and the entire story is going to revolve around him. So he had a horse cart, and he would help him in finding Lutkins. He know all those places where Lutkins spend free time. Now that was very clear, that he offered him, that he wanted to help him. Now sometimes, if you have gone to a place which is not known to you, and all of a sudden you meet a stranger who is very friendly. In these circumstances, my dear children, I just want to warn you that if you are feeling that the man is kind hearted, I'm not saying that be suspicious all the time, because some people are very good in this world, but still I will say, take some precautions, that why this man is so keen and why willing to help him. Now, one thing is certain, you can say that perhaps he wanted a business. And since it's a small place and he is going to get a good, make a good amount of money by giving him a ride, that's true. That could be okay. So what did he do? So basically, the clerk was impressed by the friendly and caring behavior of delivery man. Clerk means the lawyer. He also says that he knew he was trying to earn some money from him, and he accepted his offer because he was a very nice man. So there was a bargain. I managed to bargain down to $2 an hour, and then he brought from his house nearby a sort of large black box on wheels. Large back means that in compartment, that box. He remarked, well, young man, here is the carriage. And his wide smile made me into an old friend. And within moment, the way he was smiling, which was quite appealing smile. You remember that Hari Singh story? Charming smile. Okay. So within moments, within no time, with his wide smile, they both became, he started trusting him. And it reminded him of his old friend. He became his old friend, as if they know each other for a long time. Now, these villagers are so ready to help a stranger. And then he started concluding, he started concluding this also, that, oh, villagers are so nice, so innocent, so helpful, and so nicely he's going to help me. He had already made it his own task to find Oliver Lutkins for me. And he's thinking, to see how genuine this man is, as if this is his job, not mine. So how nicely, how eagerly, how helpful this man is. Anyway, he said, I don't want to interfere, young fellow, but my guess is that you want to collect some money from Litkins. Now, see, the smart man, this hack driver. Again, he is trying to start a conversation and trying to extract some, secret things from him. So he says, I think you have come here to collect some money from Litkins. And then he also add one lie. He never pays anybody a cent. Okay, but I would like to tell you, I just want to remind you that this man is so miser, so smart, so whatever you can say, that he had never paid a single money to anyone. And then he also started narrating his own story. He still owes me 50 cents on a poker game. I was fool I was fool enough to play with him that he says, okay, you don't know one characteristic I would like to tell you about him, that this man is so smart that he never pay back his debts. And he also said that he took 50 cents from me, which actually in during one poker game he had lost it. But see, so the delivery man basically he's regretting being a fool who played with Lutkins, though he was aware of nature of no that he is in he never paid the money. He is not really bad, but it's hard to make him part with his money. And then again, he's trying to justify also. See, there is a contradiction in his words. He says that he's not a bad man, he's not a villain. But yeah, he's a little miser, or you can say very tricky, very smart. That he's not really bad, but it's hard to make him part with his money. That he cannot give his money to anyone. He is in a habit of non paying the money to anyone. If you try to collect from him in those fancy clothes, he will be suspicious and get away from you. So he says that definitely, if he will come to know that you are going to come, you have come to meet him, he will definitely know that you have come to collect the money. So listen, one thing I can do with you, that if he will look at you, he will be suspicious and he will get away from you. That means he will run from you. So if you want, I will go into Fritz and ask for him, and you can keep out of sight behind me. Really, this hack driver is being so sweet, so reasonable, so helpful. So this he is suggesting that listen, what I am suggesting to you, that I will go get inside the Fritz shop and I will try to inquire about him. And if I will see that he is there, I will call you. And then you can go and talk to him and you can ask for your money. But if you will accompany me and enter inside the shop, then he will be aware, he will be suspicious, he will be alert, and he will run away. So that in that way, I'm going to help you. Why not? Who the hell will not like this kind of offer? I loved him for this. So the lawyer, he became happy. He, fine, you are willing to help me to this extent? Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. By myself, I might never have found Lutkins, obviously. It was an unknown place. He had not even seen that man. The most important thing is that he doesn't even recognize Lutkins. If you recognize someone, even if you don't know the proper address, at least you will be able to find him out. But neither he know his proper address, nor he has seen that man. In these two circumstances, he definitely needed somebody who would help him. So he says, ki, okay, if this man is going to help me, this is the only way by which I will be able to find him. With the hack driver's knowing help, I was sure of getting my man. I took him into my confidence and told him that I wanted to serve the summon on Lutkins, that the man had refused to be a witness when his information would have quickly settled our case. And then, see, this is the foolishness of this man. He has come for a legal purpose. He has come for a very, very important job, which he was not supposed to tell any stranger. But since this man befriended him, And within no time, he had so much, trust on this man that he, in fact, you can say he spoke everything. And then he told him, no, I have not come here for the money. That is not my purpose. And then he said that he took him into my confidence, means he believed him, he trusted him. And then he says that I have come here to serve the summons on him, summons, that court order, because that man has, he is a witness of someone, some case, and he has refused to be a witness. If he would have come there, we would have quickly settled our case. The driver listened earnestly, honestly, attentively. Okay. At the end, he hit me on the shoulder and laughed. Well, we will give Brother Lutkins a little surprise. Now, the hack driver who listened, he listened, and now he know the motive, that why this man is here. He is not because of money. He is there to serve court orders anyway. But he, as if he is trying to, understand the entire thing. And at the end, he hit me on the shoulder and laughed. Well, we will give Brother Lutkins a little surprise. You don't worry, we are going to find him out. He will be quite surprised when he will know that you have come here to serve summons. Okay, so let's do it. Let's start, driver. Now, who said so? Lawyer. Most folks around here call me Bill or Magnusson. My business is called William Magnusson Fancy Carting and Hacking. So he says, okay, don't call me driver. I would let you know my name, since they both have befriended each other. And my name is Bill or Magnusson. And then he also told him about his business, that he is doing some carting and hacking. Yeah, he's a hack driver. All right, Bill, shall we proceed to Fritz's? Okay, fine, Bill. That's true. It's good to know your name. Now let's move to Fritz's, where they had idea that they are going to meet Lutkins. Yes, Lutkins is just as likely to be there as anywhere. Yeah, I also hope that he will be there, because that is the favorite hunt place for him. Plays a lot of poker. And then he also tell him about his characteristic, that he is very fond of playing poker, this card game. He is good at deceiving people. Oh, he is also telling him that he is very good in deceiving people, cheating people. Bill seemed to admire Lutkin's talent for dishonesty. And when he is actually saying he's good at deceiving people, lawyer found that Bill is admiring Lutkins. Why? Because he has a talent for dishonesty. Generally, if a person is dishonest, what do? We actually did not like that person. We never appreciate that person. We never admire that person. But Bill feels that doing this kind of dishonest work, and then being not be able to, caught by anyone, I think this is also a talent. Maybe it's a destructive talent, a negative talent, but talent is talent. I felt that if he had been a policeman, he would have caught Lutkins respectfully and jailed him with regret. Wow. Lawyer has a very nice comment, that I always felt that this hack driver would have been a policeman, and even if he would have caught Lutkins, then he would have a lot of respect for him, because the man is so smart in deceiving people. Smartly, he is doing this destructive work. And even if he has to jail him, he would have jailed him with regret, with remorse. No, that why am I doing this? Because this man has such a creativity. But creativity in what? In negativity, in destructing things. Anyway, that was the opinion of lawyer for Bill. Bill led me into Fritz's. Finally, they reached there, the Fritz's shop, where they were knowing, or they have heard actually, that he might be playing some poker game. Have you seen Oliver Lutkins around today? Friend of his looking for him, said Bill cheerily. And Bill entered there. He saw someone, and very cheerfully he said, oh, have you seen Oliver Lutkins? One of his friend is looking for him. Fritz looked at me. That Fritz, that whoever the shop owner, he looked at me, hiding behind Bill. He hesitated and then admitted. First of all, there was some hesitation. He was not very quick in his answer. Okay. So there was some confusion, some hesitation, but then admitted. Yes, he was in here a little while ago. Guess he has gone over to Gustav's to get a shave. And then he spoke. Yeah, I think he was here. Yeah, he was here. But I think now he has gone to Gustav's, maybe a shaving, a salon, and he is there. Well, if he comes in, tell him I'm looking for him. And then hike driver has said him, okay, but if he comes there, please do tell him, do inform him that I was looking for him. Now, there was nothing very suspicious about the entire conversation. It was very simple thing that the hack driver Bill took lawyer to that Fritz's shop where they asked Fritz, have you seen Lutkins? He simply said, yeah, he was here, but now I think he is somewhere at some salon. He has moved for getting some saving. And then the normal thing, he ended the conversation by saying that if he comes to, then please tell him I'm looking for him. So there was nothing suspicious. Okay. Later on, you will come to know why am I emphasizing on these sentences. Anyway, we drove to Gustav's barber shop. So finally, they reached there. Children, the time is getting over. So we will continue the chapter tomorrow. If you have any query, anything, then please do inform me. Uh, so, and we will continue your chapter tomorrow. Fine.